All right, so Jordan, who did you vote for? You right-wing psycho.
I voted for Trump and I will again.
Enter the mind of the academy. Chop my big chest, where the best is a philosophy. Drinking at lunch brings verbal skills like a sucker punch. Welcome to CMcB. Yeah, yeah, CMcB. Yeah, yeah, CMcB. Yeah, yeah, CMcB. Yeah, yeah,
Who's the guy now? Keir Starmer.
Ah, yeah,
What's
Keir Starmer.
I don't know anything
Um,
about him actually.
Same.
yeah, he's the Labour leader in England. He's from everything I've seen, because I've not been in the country while he's in Prime Minister at all. From everything I've seen, he's regarded as like a weak Prime Minister, a little bit weedy, I'd say. But I really I've not seen kind of his antics day to day, but I see him on TikTok mostly. When I hear about UK news. I don't know, the last thing I saw about him was him taking credit for something where he was kind of bombed by people online because they were saying way on about I really don't know, I'm rambling. Um, I don't have so many details about Keir Starmer right now. Yeah.
I mean, this is not going to be a political thing, so it's fine. I don't know anything about him. And then like the Canadian Prime Minister came in, and he was a complete unknown to me, and now he's like one of my favorite dudes in the world
Mm.
because
What makes him your favorite? One of your favorites?
uh he's clearly very very smart, and he being the president of the World Economic Bank. He's been the like the leader of like multiple international banks. He's like an economic dude. So he knows when Trump's using his bluster and stuff. He's like, "Oh, no, that's bad. I'm not going to do that." And then he just says, "That's bad. I'm not going to do it," and walks away.
Uh,
And I just his attitude towards America, like in Canada, you'll never lose votes for standing up to America.
hmm.
Like you'll gain fans. And so he was basically just like, yeah, he's the one who stood up and said like the essentially the old world is gone. The relationship between America and Canada is dead. So we have to move on to a post-American world. And I'm like, oh, those are big words, dude. But and
Hey,
but then he started doing it. He said like middle nations should take over the economy and the world economy and stuff. And I was like, all right, because now it's way more balanced and fair if it's not just one country sort of in control of the world economy. And he's really trying to do it.
Mm.
Mark Carney is a sexy, sexy silver fox.
Let me go.
Let me
Mark.
Google him.
He just looks like a really normal old white man, and he looks very. And he's. I think maybe again the appealing point for me is he's super calm.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
So
I've seen him.
he just talks. He doesn't lose his temper. He never gets worked up, and he's just like, no, the relationship is finished. I'm moving on now. Bye.
And that I think that it really annoys people who do get worked up very easily.
Well, so I mean, again, Trump's trying to like rage bait him, and it's not working.
Yeah.
Like when he started calling Justin Trudeau the premier of Canada or something, like the governor of Canada, not the prime minister. And I think that was supposed to set him. I mean, Justin Trudeau's hot and having sex with Katy Perry. I don't think he really is worried about what Donald Trump is saying about him.
Not really, no.
Like I'm not into Katy Perry, but if I was banging what a lot of people consider to be a really hot woman on the planet, Trump's opinion, not that concerned.
Probably.
We have dissent in the chat. So Tommy has joined us today because apparently myself and Jordan, our opinions on the X-Men, which I contend are the worst group of characters ever created.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we're starting. So he wanted to sort of correct our opinion on this group of the worst characters ever created. Does that sound accurate?
I yes, that's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate.
So if I recall, Jordan, do you recall any of the statements? Because I said Angel sucks because he must have hollow bones
Mhm.
and therefore be
Yeah.
very fragile.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything else you said about the X-Men?
I remember not being in the haters of the X-Men. 'Cause I think the X-Men are some of the only characters I actually know from Marvel, and I really like the previous movies, with Ian McKellen as Magneto, those movies,
Mm.
Rebecca Romijn as Mystique.
Yeah, but the algorithm likes it when people argue, so I'm trying to, really.
Oh, sorry. No, I hate them. I hate them.
Okay,
I
all
think
right,
they're
there
all-
you go. That's all I want. Yeah, okay. No,
Yeah.
I think an honest opinion. I honestly do not care for the X-Men, so that's a fit. That's me being honest. Jordan, you said you liked Storm. You liked all the strong women.
I like all the divas. Mystique. I don't like Rogue. I think she's a bit whiny. Um, oh, sorry, Rogue. Is it Rogue? She
Rogue.
sucks the head out of you when she touches you. That one.
That's the one, yeah, Rogue.
Yeah, I think she's get over yourself. That kind of feeling. But I do like many others, like Toad and Nightcrawler. There's a really weird one I've been looking on TikTok about really obscure rubbish mutants. There's one whose only power is to explode, but you can only do it once.
Yeah, he's really famous. They made a really sad story about him, didn't they? Where they he doesn't use his power and then he uses it once and he dies, so that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he from the Middle East too? Wasn't it like, how do you get away with that?
Oh God, I don't know.
I saw a thing and it was like, because I don't know enough about the X-Men to know if it was real or if I was being like baited, and it was like a guy with Arabic script across his chest who blew stuff up, and I was like, I don't know if that's like okay.
I don't know about that one.
I don't think that was this particular one. This guy was just like a white guy, I think.
Yeah, I know the one that you're talking about, Jordan. I've seen that on TikTok, but I don't know any of his comics that he was in. I just know he sucked. Yeah.
So what do you think about the X-Men then?
Well,
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear the actual.
well, I'm happy that Jordan. I'm happy that you like the X-Men. I'm happy. Peter, I'm not surprised. Okay.
Whoa, wait. Why are you not surprised? Because either you're implying I have bad taste, or
no, it's not. You don't have bad taste. You don't like comic book movies. Like I don't think you do. Like, did you like the Avengers movies?
I did enjoy the Avengers movies. I found that the Avengers movies, even though like the first two Thor movies were like, a lot of the original movies were weak, when the build up of the characters so that you actually like knew a lot about the characters was paid off in the Avengers films. And I thought that was going to be really hard to do, because when you had that ensemble where it's like 50 dudes on screen, like I was like, that's not going to work, but it worked really, really well.
Well, I think that's the problem right there. So the X-Men movies, I think from Fox, the ones in the 90s, 2000s, those are the worst movies. Those are the worst versions of the X-Men, all the way around. And
Are they the ones that I like?
Do you really like Storm from those movies?
Halle Berry's one.
Yes.
I liked her, yeah, but the last time I watched it was years and years and years ago.
Yeah, but you said that you saw the X-Men from those movies only, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
That makes me sad for you, because that's truly the worst version of that character. Like Storm, Halle Berry Storm was a war crime.
Really?
Yes, she was awful. Like she was awful. No, yeah, Storm as Halle Berry as Storm pissed everybody off.
So what did they get wrong with her, Storm? Because she's like a dumb bitch that controls the weather.
Bitch.
What?
Storm is okay. So what you didn't get from the movies with Halle Berry is that Storm is actually like besides Cyclops, she's like one of the leaders of the X-Men. There are two teams, blue and gold. Storm was in charge of the blue team for the longest time. Basically, she's number two. She's very, very tactical. She can actually fight minus her powers. Okay. In there are some comics where like there was one comic where she ripped the chick's heart out by hand. Okay. Yeah, like the Storm in the movies just control weather and flew around very, very slowly. That's not Storm. Okay.
So do you think the people who wrote the movie didn't know that, or they like, oh, we got to pull all this stuff back?
I think the people who wrote the movie, they were concerned that people who didn't know the characters would be either confused or just lost. Like they would be lost. Also, like they probably didn't have the budget to do Storm correctly. Like all the X-Men need a better budget than what they gave them in the movies. Okay. Also, Also, Rogue in the movies, that's not fucking Rogue. That's not Rogue.
Oh,
That is like in no version of Rogue in comic books is that her. That's not her. Anna Paquin's Rogue was trash. I don't know who the fuck that was.
But can you explain the difference? Because this is because I never read the comics, I don't know the
Yeah.
difference.
Okay.
same.
So Rogue in the comics, near the beginning of the character, she absorbed. You know Captain Marvel from the Avengers movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
She absorbed her powers and was able to keep those powers permanently inside of her. So in the comics, Rogue can fly. She's super strong, nearly indestructible. She's older, like she's like late 20s, early 30s in the comics. Like she's a grown woman. Yeah. So like Anna Paquin just like walking around like, oh, I can't touch people. That's not her. That's not her. Yeah. So,
I've been hating on the wrong person all this time.
yeah. You've
Is
been
it
hating on.
so she wore gloves, but
Yes.
the implication is that if you're like, is it skin to skin contact and she'll absorb your powers?
That's right. Any skin to skin contact, she'll absorb your powers. If you're not immune, she'll just absorb your life.
So
Like,
it would need a full body condom to interact with
yep,
her.
yep. Or you have to be Magneto because in the comics, Magneto can touch Rogue. Do not ask me why. I
I
don't
was
know
just about to. Come on.
Can you make up a reason?
Well, I absolutely can. One of my talents is filling in plot holes. So he can constantly create a small barrier of metal that's in the air.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
Sure.
See, and
You
then
can probably
that,
do that.
that way
Yeah.
there's no actual skin to skin contact. So it's an incredibly thin. It's like the thinnest condom. So it's
is
like
a
it's
thin
one of those
condom.
0.01 thickness condoms that he envelops his body in, but it's made of like metal that he's absorbed out of the air around him.
Mm, 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 mm. That makes sense.
You know, they'll nick that for the next movie, I think.
Well, they did
Some
it
producers listening to this.
because there was a very similar question as to which I actually had this question in Star Wars. Why don't Jedi just like turn off the other Jedi's lightsaber mid-fight? Because it's a button. So why can't you do that? Or why can't there's like some like why can't I just because my feeling is if I had Jedi powers, what I would do is just okay, you're running towards me. I'm just gonna use the Force and pull off your Achilles tendon, and you'll just fall and collapse to the ground.
Jesus.
Yeah, but
I think I'm talking about the button.
well no like that's the first. So if you're in a sword fight and the sword is controlled with a button, it would make sense to turn off the button. But I took it a step further. If I can make it so he can't walk, I think I'm gonna win that fight pretty well. But they have filled in that plot hole by there's a thing you learn when you first learned how to use the Force called the Force bubble, and it's basically a shield that covers your body. So it's really hard to like do anything like that to another Jedi.
Okay.
So they've made it so you can't turn off the other guy's sword. You can't just like pull his muscles off. Because that was my first thought was, oh, just like a little pinch on the Achilles tendon and he collapses. Like that's it, you're done.
Okay. Don't give Peter those powers, guys.
No, give me those powers.
No. well. Sorry.
Back
Actually,
to
so
Rogue.
the Jedi doing that kind of horrific injury there. Angel. So you guys had questions about Angel.
Yes.
That were good. They were good. You mentioned hollow bones. Does he have hollow bones?
Because
You're
he
right.
flies with wings.
Yeah, you're right. He does have hollow bones. Very
Bitch.
hollow. Very very bones. But you compared him to a pigeon.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So there are several birds in the world that have hollow bones and fly, and
Like
some
pigeons.
of them are massive, and they rip monkeys and shit off trees and fly around like crazy, like harpy eagles. Okay, they're not delicate. They're you can punch one. It's not gonna shatter into a million pieces. It's not a fucking pigeon. It's a massive bird of prey. So think of it more like that. Like yes, hollow, but
Yeah.
no, not a trash bird, trash chicken. Yeah.
Pigeons are
But
taking lots of strays in this.
Sorry, what did you say?
So pigeons are taking a lot of strays in this conversation.
Well, I mean, pigeons they're the X-Men of the bird world.
motherfucker.
I'm not stopping.
No, I know. I'm happy for you. But Angel, he doesn't only have his power isn't only flying. He also has a healing factor, kind of like Wolverine
So
and
he gets
Deadpool.
fucked
Oh,
up really regularly and then heals really fast. I have some respect for the healing factor, but I think it's too fast though.
I it's not that fast, and I knew you were gonna say that.
it's instant in the movies, isn't it?
No, so it's not that fast. It's not that fast.
Oh,
Like Wolverine's is probably like the best in like all of Marvel. Probably then followed by Deadpool. But Angel, like he can heal himself with this healing thing, but he can also heal other people through like blood transfusions and some kind of like angel thing that he does.
Can he spit in your
Um,
mouth?
nice.
hot. That's hot.
Well, no, because
No.
That's
Jesus spit in a blind man's eyes and it healed his
What?
vision. And
Did he?
yeah,
I
that's
forgot
one of his
that.
miracles. Because they take away the spit part, which is the sexy part, and they just tell you that Jesus healed a blind man's so he could see. But in the Bible, it says I could be very wrong about this, that he uses spit, and so I don't know if he spits directly into his eyes or he spits in his hands and like rubs it around a bit and then puts his hands on the eyes. But he heals a blind man's vision with spit. So
Did
if
he did he know it was going to heal the blind man before he did it?
maybe he was just really pissed off at him and spit in his face, and he's like, "Oh, it's sort of bonus extra. You get to see
Yeah.
again."
Oh, I
No,
can do
my
that.
my feeling is Jesus knew what he was doing.
Okay.
He was doing a lot of stuff on purpose. So, like, if you just spit in someone's eye and they got healed, you'd be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna take credit for that."
Yeah.
That'd be pretty awesome.
So
Yeah.
you're saying that Jesus was an X-Man?
He may have been the first X-Men.
Mm.
He may have been number one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm.
But so if
Um,
Angel spits in your mouth, is that like a vaccine?
it has not been written about in the books, so I cannot answer that question. I think that sure. Why? Let's say that. Sure.
Okay,
Yes.
excellent.
Yes.
We now know where the vaccine comes from.
Well, okay. Well, also, also about Angel. So you're wild. What's the word? Oh, I'm sorry. This is the most important thing that I want to mention.
Mm.
So in the movies in the those X-Men movies, it made it seem like Angel's just like some side character that just like walked up on the street with like wings and like I want to be normal situation. In the comic book, in the comic books, he's completely different. Angel is literally one of the first X-Men. Like the original class of characters, he was there. He's number one. Okay, it was like Cyclops, Jean Grey, Iceman, Angel, and I believe Beast. Those like the original.
So
So like
in the movie, he should be like in his 40s then, if they were doing the
he,
continuity.
exactly. So like those the Fox X-Men movies completely changed everything about the characters, like their history, their powers, their personalities. They just changed everything. So like you guys, what I'm trying to say is disregard those movies. Okay,
Oh,
get
I
them out.
had already, yeah.
Praise
Oh,
be.
no. Okay.
They're yeah, Jordan. I'm sorry. They're not good. Like those the characters that you like mistakes. Okay, you like mistakes.
Oh, I see.
Um,
I like.
But that really just
Cheap.
implies that if Jordan likes the movies, that he would like the comic book characters more, which is not a
I
bad
don't
thing.
I don't know because like if you like Storm for the movies, Storm the comic books is a complete 180. So maybe that might not be what you're looking for on Storm.
I mean, I like horror movies, so that the heart ripping does tickle my fancy.
It was a great moment.
The heart ripping tickles my fancy is a great sentence.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not the first time I've said that.
Wow.
Well, I have a question though about the Wolverine Origins movie.
Oh,
I don't know how you feel about that. I saw it, but without the historical context in my brain, I just appreciated it for surface level what it was. But I was thinking, in my little to no knowledge of mutants and X-Men, I would have preferred them to choose a different character to base an Origins movie on because at that time I'd recently heard that Storm comes from a long line of priestesses in Africa
Yeah.
who maybe all share the same kind of powers, or I don't know if that's true, but I thought that kind of rising up through the kind of the line of succession, I thought that made a much more interesting backstory than gangs and criminal things and stuff in Wolverine's past. I don't know. I thought, what do you think? Do you think you would have liked to see in a different character?
So I think so. If I recall correctly, when they first when they first released that movie, the X-Men Origins Wolverine, I think their plan was to do the other X-Men like in later movies, in origin
Hmm.
movies. But that one was so bad that they stopped. But also, I may not be the right person to ask about Wolverine because I hate him.
Is it because he's Canadian?
Oh no, no. I hate him because like at multiple times in the comic books he should have died, and then in the Fox movies and like in every other like X-Men property since then, he's just gotten bigger and bigger and more popular and like overshadowed the team more and more and more. I hate the character so much.
I get that.
Yeah,
They
yeah. Storm would have been better.
they retrofitted him so that he remembered he was American. So like he was popular and he's Canadian. Then he got super popular and they like, oh, he's American now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That bothered me.
He's just such.
There's a Canadian X-Men team.
Oh yeah.
What are they called?
Team Maple Syrup. I forget.
But this is it. As lazy as that was, it's pretty close. I think it's like North something or Alpha Flight.
Alpha.
It's just so lame. I'm sorry. I hate anything. People who write stuff and try to make it like thematically Canadian suck. They can't do it.
Wait, wait. What's Canadian about Alpha Flight?
No, it's just the characters and stuff. They're all like, I'm a hockey guy, and
Uh,
it was just it's like the lazy and they have Captain Canuck. I was like,
Yeah.
what? It's lame. That's just lame.
And the big red Yeti.
Yeah, it's Sasquatch. It's like okay, they sat down and like what? Let's make a list of Canadian things that are really obvious and use those instead of trying to do any sort of subtlety. Yeah, no, I don't like that.
This is where it's from.
do you reckon this cast was written by Canadians or just people who think they know Canada?
I don't think it's written by Canadians. It's hard for me to say. I don't think Canadians would do that to themselves.
Yeah.
It's probably Americans.
I would assume it's Americans writing Canadians. There's like men writing women.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Wait, there's a character named Puck in that group.
Yes, when I said hockey man, it's not. It's like one step away from that.
Mm.
Like my joke with no thought is really close to what they actually did.
Yeah, the hockey man would be better than Puck.
Yeah, see, hockey man's lazy, but you could make a character out of that. I don't know how, but you could do that. Puck is just. I think does he have like puck based powers?
He's a master acrobat and combatant. What does that mean?
Yeah, so he spins around and goes really fast, like a puck.
Only on the ice.
All right. Do you have anything else to admonish us about comic book characters?
Big giant robot speeder. Big robot. You were happy when the big robots started killing the X-Men. Big robots.
Best part of
So-
the movie.
The part of the movie. They have a name. Sentinels. Sentinels.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
one of the X-Men's biggest antagonists. Like
Yeah.
they appear across multiple books and TV shows and the freaking movie. Sentinels, man. Sentinels.
Yeah, big robots. I don't know. You knew exactly what I was. Did you know exactly what I was talking about when I said it? Yes, you did because
Yeah,
it's
but
accurate. It's an accurate description.
Yes, but it's so okay. So actually, this is the thing. So Jordan, you may have experienced this, maybe not. I always ask people like you're recording your thing right in front of a computer. Use it.
Yeah, I pulled it up and I saw a picture of a big robot and I was like, oh, there you go.
And the name? Did you see the name?
Yeah, big robot man.
I hate you so much.
I think
No,
it was
I-
rage talk at the time.
Yeah, I have nothing else. Well, actually, I have nothing else to say about you guys' wrong opinions. But I will say, Angel, not in the movies, but it should be. He gets taken by Apocalypse. Do you know Apocalypse?
I think I know. I've heard the character, but yeah, I think we've understood my
Oh,
level
not
of
really.
expertise.
Yeah, he's supposed to be this Egyptian first mutant guy. Anyway, he gene somethings to Angel, and he changed him up a bit. He gives him blue skin, metal wings, and the ability to like shoot slash throw poison tipped feathers from his wings. So he gets much cooler over time in the comic books. I think he's going back to just like feathery wings now, but yeah, he had a really cool dark period that I think you guys would have enjoyed more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Apocalypse on Google.
Hmm.
He looks a little bit like Thanos, but not.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I can see the Angel version that he made.
Hmm. Yeah, he goes by Archangel then, and he's pretty
Cool.
sweet.
Well,
What about
when I
Mystique?
oh no, when I put in Apocalypse, I get X-Men Apocalypse, and it's he's like a bad guy from Doctor Who. They basically just
Just
painted
look
the
at
dude blue and put on a hat. I mean,
Yeah, okay, stop looking at the movie, Born. Stop that. Stop.
I can't help this. What comes up?
Stop that right now.
I didn't even type in movie. I just put X-Men Apocalypse in it, and it's
Just
and it's like, oh yeah, this Doctor Who guy who's gonna stand around and monologue for too long.
type in Apocalypse Marvel comic, please.
Apocalypse.
I think he looks more like a frog in the face to me in the comics.
Oh no, Thanos is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
He seems to have a problem with his elbow.
What you mean?
What?
Well, he's got the picture. The picture I'm looking at, he's got tubes coming out of his elbow. I have a similar issue.
Oh, yeah, the tubes.
I have to get my elbows sort of injected with steroids regularly. So I think he and I might be on the same path in life.
We all want the Bane treatment.
Well, he's overdoing it, and that's my problem. Is I always overdo it.
CMcB, yeah.
Good. All right. So I have, since you are the entirety of my gay collective,
Hi.
I'm actually really happy to have more than one gay friend.
There are gay people on this call. Ew.
Have you? So the problem is this story is actually from 2012, and the rules changed in 2015. But have you ever heard of the pink certificate?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
No.
So if you're a Turkish man, in Turkey, they have mandatory military service, and mandatory military service is for all men. You can get an exemption for, let me see if I can find. Oh, if you're ill, disabled, or homosexual. So if you're gay, you don't have to do your mandatory military service, but you have to prove that you're gay. So before I actually give you the details of how you prove you're gay, what do you think they make you do, or have to? How do you prove you're gay to the military in Turkey? I'm your CO, I'm your commanding officer, and you don't want to be in the military, so you have to come to me, and you're like, I'm gay, and I say, prove it.
Oh.
Maybe tell me the lyrics to this Celine Dion song.
Well.
Which Celine Dion song would you choose? We got to get into a few details.
I'm a little basic, so I'd choose what is it? There were nights when the thing was so cold. That one.
Wow. All right. I
When
can
you touch me like this, that one.
I can only do Titanic because I had to watch that movie 2 times.
Oh yeah, that's the best one. I forgot about that.
I think that's her biggest hit.
Hmm.
But I had 2 dates in the same day because I was a player back when I was young. And so in the afternoon, no. When I dated one girl in the afternoon and who had a night job, and one girl during the night when the other girl was working during the day. So we met, and she's like, "Oh, let's go see Titanic." I was like, "Fine, we'll go see Titanic." We went to see a Titanic, and then I said goodbye to her, and I met another girl, and I said, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And she goes, let's go see Titanic." And I can't say it, I just saw it. So I saw it twice in the same day, and I paid for it 4 times.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it's not better the second time, but anyways.
It gets better the third time, I think. You should have had one more.
Yeah.
Should have gone out. Yeah, okay. So Tommy, we've had Jordan's answer. He's going to sing a Celine Dion song perfectly. You have to prove to me you're gay to get out of the Turkish military.
Do the full choreography for Britney Spears' "Toxic."
Whoa, no, you can't say that and not let me see. Oh, what do I want to see now more than anything else?
Mm.
Okay, so if this is like back in 2000, I could have
2012.
done it for you.
Oh,
This is back in
2012, yeah, Britney
2000.
Spears would have been fine.
Yeah. I could have done it for you back then. Now I've forgotten some steps, but I can get you started with like the main like what is it the hook?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you just put on the video. If you can do like, I would say 70% with the video, I think I would accept that for sure.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I would do a good. I could do a good 40. How about that?
This, I think we just discovered a game show. So a variety of people, and you have to prove you're gay through action, and then we have to decide whether you're gay or not. Okay. So the actual story though. So this guy says, I don't want to be in the Turkish military. I need to tell them I'm gay. So a lot of them entered the military thinking maybe I could hide it or like ride it out. But it was just like, I don't want to go to war. So I'm going to tell them I'm gay. So they asked me if I liked football, whether I wore women's clothes or used women's perfume. That was the first one.
What?
So they asked questions, but the questions, like if you don't, I don't like football and I'm not gay. I don't think. I've never, I guess, you guys don't wear women's clothes as far as I know. And I don't think that's a prerequisite for being gay. Or
No.
using women's perfume. Why would I don't see how women's perfume. So they're got like a 1960s stereotype of what a gay man does.
More like a drag queen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They seem to have confused drag queen who aren't necessarily gay and
No.
gay men. So the response was I had a few days beard and I'm a very masculine guy. They told me I did not look like a normal gay man. So they have a stereotype you would have to fulfill.
What?
So
God.
then he was asked to provide a picture of himself dressed as a woman. So he said no, because I don't have that, because he doesn't dress like a woman. But I made them a counteroffer, which they accepted. He gave them a photograph of himself kissing another man.
Anyone can kiss anyone like that. That doesn't mean anything. Like we
I
all
would-
went to college.
As a straight dude, I would literally kiss a man to get out of military service. I have no problem.
Yes.
Like, okay,
Mm.
if that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're stupid. Okay.
Okay, it gets worse though.
Oh, God.
So, because it's different, so either you have to get a doctor to provide you with the pink certificate, or you need your CEO to sign off and say that yes, you are gay. So the problem is there's no standard at the time, and so like if you had a grumpy CO, he might want more proof than the very kind CO who's just like, oh, you're gay, fine, you can go. Like this is the issue is there was no set. So they asked me if I had any photographs, and then this is a guy named Gokhan, and he said, and I did. He had prepared explicit photographs of himself having sex with another man because he had heard that it would be impossible to get out of the military service without something like that graphic. He said the face must be visible and the photos must show you as the passive partner.
Oh, God.
Why?
Well, because
Oh my
again,
God.
apparently in some Turkish men or Turkish COs think that if you're the
Oh.
top, that's not gay enough.
See.
Enough.
Well-
So that kind of so then that ends the rules of you can still be in the military if you're a little bit gay if you're a top, but if you're super gay, for instance, you can't.
Well,
That's
yeah. So how do you feel about that? So like you're getting called up. You're gonna be put into the military. Would you be willing to provide graphic photos of yourself to your CO to get out?
is it a once and done thing? Can I just physically show them on my phone or in a Polaroid or something and then take that with
okay.
me, or do I have to submit it electronically? That's the
To
scary
get it,
part for me.
this is it. To get
That's my
away
question
from
there.
like, there's this sort of joke aspect of this, and then the serious aspect of the serious aspect of this is they kind of have to keep it on record because you might get called up again, and then apparently they again, these are not particularly gay friendly people, so they might like send it to your job and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm frightened of.
Yeah, so they would in a not gay friendly environment, they would actually try to bully you and try to make your life worse if you try to get out of military service, which does take away all the humor of this story, to be honest. But I thought it was weirdly specific that you had to be a bottom,
Yeah.
because that's the
gotta-
only position where you're gay.
Yeah.
You're like the woman, aren't you?
Well,
Yeah.
that matches up with the cross dressing and stuff. Like they have
Yeah.
this stereotype that again very old. They used it was like what the Americans used to consider gay in the 1960s. It said like a doctor's like a book from 1968.
Oh my God.
But they were still using it in 2012 when the American military moved on, and they were hitting like I think this might have even been "Don't ask, don't tell" time.
Oh.
Like you can be in the military and be gay, but we don't want to talk about it.
Mm.
Now this whole thing, it reminds me of the time. I remember I was in Osaka with my friend. We were meeting one of his female friends, and I told her I was gay. I don't know why I told her, but I told her. And her first question was, Japanese lady. Her first question was, "Do you want to use my lipstick?" And I'm like,
First of all, a wrong color for me.
first and foremost. Yeah. No, I was really like taken back by that. I'm like, because I've never worn lipstick. Wow.
Yeah, because
I guess-
you only have a couple of gay mannerisms that come out when you're exaggerating. Like you don't present as gay in any traditional sense. Like again, we're talking stereotypes at this point, not even like real people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I found the paragraph. Turkey's military hospitals still define homosexuality as an illness, so that's how it falls into being sick or disabled. Taking a 1968 version of a document by the American Psychiatric Association as their guide. So this is the late 60s version of what Americans thought was gay is what they're using in 2012, which is pretty crazy. Do you know the best color of lipstick? How to find the best color of your lipstick?
Put it on your nipples.
It's the same. You have to find your nipple color in lipstick and put that on your lips. And apparently that is the best match of lipstick for your skin color.
Hey, I know things.
Yeah, I was really weirded out when I read that story. I was like, huh, so how many girls are doing that? And how many?
I don't think that many. Unless people that walk around with purple nipples.
Isn't like your nipples usually like the same color as like your? No, that's
Yeah.
probably just black people.
No, there's a lot of matching
Like-
going on.
Yeah, but like the skin on your nipples is like the same color as like your nail bit, like where your nail bit, where the nails come out. Like that's the same color, right?
I am the camera's off, so I'm actually pulling up my shirt and checking right now.
Too. I think that's right.
Oh, interesting.
Mine do not match.
Interesting.
I don't know how much I want to put on the internet. But my nipples are very, very pink.
Big boy.
So if you were wearing lipstick, you'd be serving puss.
It would have to be very, yeah. I mean, again, I'm so pale and sort of pinkish. I bet it is actually the right color.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, the face must be visible and the photos must show you as the passive partner. The photograph satisfied the military doctors and he was handed his pink certificate, exempted from military service. But he said it was a terrible experience. And it's still terrible because somebody holds those photographs. They can show them at my village to my parents. And basically, those doctors are keeping the pictures for personal use, I assume, to be honest.
It sounds like a
It's like,
setup.
It does seem like
Yeah.
a setup, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they said sometimes instead of photographs, they rely on a personality test, but then it doesn't really get into what a personality test consists of.
I wonder if anybody ever like performed for the
Well,
CEO or doctor.
I bet that actually did happen.
Mm.
Yeah.
But let's say
it's
I
not
as
gay
a
if you're receiving or giving.
well, because as a straight dude and I want to get out of the military, I could just position myself in front of a friend and not actually be doing it and put the camera in front view and it looks like it's happening. I would maybe have to do a little acting, but it's just a picture, right? Like you don't. You could even Photoshop that now.
You could Photoshop it now, but
Yeah, 2012. I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, Photoshop was still big, but it wasn't like it is now.
Not as convincing. No.
No, but I bet I could get a friend to just stand behind me. And we'll take a picture.
make it.
Yeah. But I mean, again, I'm trying to get out of military service, which I assume is a big deal. So worth it.
I think I would do the military service. I wouldn't feel comfortable have the government having that leverage on me. Like I already don't trust my government. Like I did not give them that.
If they're using such like backward views, I actually think yes, it's even worse because they might try to shame you in some way or send it to companies and stuff to make your life worse.
Mm.
The rule did change in 2015. In 2015, basically you just go in, you say I'm gay, and they kind of have to take your word for it, and that's it.
Okay.
But
That changed.
the shock nature of the story, I couldn't pass it over if we're going to have a conversation with the three of us.
Yeah, there's 3 gays.
I mean, I'm open. I haven't closed that door completely.
All right, hey, try things late in life, Peter. I love that for you.
Well, I mean, it gets to a point where, you know,
Life's for living.
things go wrong in my marriage. I gotta have options.
Hmm. You could be one of these commanders in Turkey, and you have like a stream of gays trying to prove how gay they are to you. That'll be good, wouldn't it?
Who is the gayest? You will be released. Now dress up as a woman.
Actually, though, there is there's a porn star who was formerly a news anchor in America, and then he transitioned to doing movies. You can do that, Peter. He's an older gentleman like yourself. You could do that.
How old's he? Well, I'm 53. I'm going to be 54 pretty soon. For my age, I'm in pretty good shape, but I would have to be appealing to a very specific demographic. Like everything I have now in my life is going to be very niche. So if I did my OnlyFans, it would have to be older men. You're attracted to older men and very specific kind of stuff.
Daddy territory, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm be a zaddy.
I'm looking for his age here. His name is Dallas Steele, by the way. Because
that's a porn name. Come on.
It's porn as fuck.
Was that his name? Oh, there you go. Same age. I bet he looks better than me, though.
His real name is Jim Walker.
Okay. It's still kind of porny.
I know, right?
I think he looks a little bit like the Canadian president.
You know what? I can see it.
What was his
I
name?
think
Dallas?
in his news
Dallas Steele. Steele with 3 E's.
one at the end though, right?
He got excited when he was making his name. Oh no, but he's in way better shape than me. So I got
steroids are real.
Yeah. No, I bet he's on roids. I would need to do some workout and get some roids. Unless I guess there is going to be a dad bod group out there as well. Again, super niche.
No, not niche. Not niche at all.
No,
Not
I
niche.
think
that's just a group, Peter.
yeah. I don't think it's like fetish or niche like dad bods.
Yeah, maybe for the straights, a dad bod is a bit of a niche, but for the gays, oh no, that's just yay, daddy.
Oh no.
Yay. Yay, daddy.
That was a yay with 3 A's.
Oh, I enjoyed that. That was probably the best part.
I thought a second ago when we were talking about this kind of and getting out the military with a pink certificate, it's a far cry different from. I'm sure you've heard like the ancient Rome's trend of using only gay people in some armies.
Yeah, well,
because the belief they would kind of fight for each other and not let their lovers die and things like that. They relied on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like again, not a historian, but my understanding was it was just way more accepted anyway. Like if you were in the military and you were having sex with other men, it wasn't even gay. It was just like, oh, that's what you're doing right now. Like they were sort of more flexible in their definition of straight and gay, and
It was more open, wasn't it?
yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
But I think like the love aspect, like men who love other men, not just fucking. Yeah. Yeah.
But I agree. Like if you form well, this leads you to the problem in movies where it's like, oh, leave me behind and go on without me, and then the decision to whether to stay or go. If you love that person, you're always going to stay, which then you both die. So you have to be callous enough to be able to leave them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I see that in a movie now, I'm like, how do I know you're making the right decision? They always make the right decision in the movies, but when do you stay and when do you go? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I want a better metric.
well, you stay when you think you can survive, and you go when you think that you might die.
It's the overwhelming odds, and then you stay, and then you just happen to manage to survive, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Every time. All right.
Leave me, survive. All
Tommy's
right, babe,
walking backwards doing finger guns. He's like, all right. Good luck.
You want to flip?
I'll bring you up later. There you go.
I'll sing your praises.
Mm, mm, mm.
I was going to bring up Pink Kryptonite as well, because that's the nice balance between.
Oh God.
But Pink Kryptonite was just a one-off.
What is that?
Yeah.
So I did an episode a long time ago, and it was about all the different effects, because apparently green kryptonite just wasn't enough for the writers of Superman comics, so they made a whole bunch, and then they got saucy in one Supergirl comic where they did pink kryptonite, which changes your sexual orientation. And so it was just an excuse to have Superman be very flouncy.
Right.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Sounds British.
Actually, I bet it probably was, though, is the problem. I bet that was pretty accurate. But the weird thing to me was, so if I told you they made pink kryptonite and pink kryptonite made Superman gay for while it was exposed to it, you'd think that was, again, 1960s, 1970s maybe. It was 2003.
Crikey. But when you look at TV in that age, there were lots of stereotypical stuff that was kind of how you could kind of slip gay people in. One of a better word, but better phrase there. But like coding gay people in behaviors, heavy stereotypical behaviors. That was like the safe way of putting a gay person in your show without saying it was gay and therefore having it, blasted on ratings and stuff by homophobes.
Yeah. No, just in my head, by 2003, we should have gotten past that. But again, my brain is not good.
Your brain is not good.
Well, it's because like I always think about this attitude as being very outdated, but it's not.
Yeah.
Again, the early 2000s, it was still pretty normal.
Mm.
So in the animated short True Colors from Justice League Action, exposure to pink kryptonite switched the gender of the Kryptonian, turning Superman into Superwoman, so they could kind of play with that trope a little bit. So they had all these like serious kryptonites, and then they made a joke one. Of course they made it pink. Of course they made him gay.
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't like. Why has it got to be pink?
No, it's always pink. It's always pink. And it's the pink certificate. It's the pink this. Like,
yeah, the pink triangle in World War II, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why pink? Why pink? Actually, so you mentioned like what's the word? They comedy back in the 2000s was a bit wild. I wonder. There's some things from the early 2000s that I think that couldn't get made now, like White Chicks. Have you seen White Chicks?
I have not watched the whole movie, Jordan.
Jordan, do you know White Chicks?
Yeah, I know very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. You know very well? What does that mean? Are you a fan?
Well, I've just watched it a fair few times a long time ago, so I kind of know. I've seen it a few times, so I know kind of a lot of the scenes from memory, things like that. Yeah.
Well, I love that movie. But I know like they could not make that movie now. Like I thought they barely were able to make it back then, but like now.
Yeah.
But no, but that movie, like it was full of like colorism. It was full of like I guess gay jokes. It couldn't make it out.
I've seen ads. I've seen people maybe talking about it. I've seen people make jokes about it. But I think the idea of it's them appreciating or mentally kind of becoming an appreciation of what women go through. Is that part of it? Or am I totally wrong? I haven't seen it, so I actually don't know.
I mean, they do connect with their the women in the movies, and like they do start to understand their struggle a bit. They try to like encourage them to be more tough and whatnot, but it's a comedy first. It's a comedy first. Little bit of heart, but then comedy. Watch it, people. Watch it.
Should I watch it?
I think it's worth a watch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch a lot of movies, so I mean, I'm not against finding it and watching it. It's just, am I going to like this or not? Is it going to be like the X-Men of comedy movies?
It's gonna arguably be more like it's like the Catwoman of comedy movies.
Oh, Catwoman's hard. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I tell you something brave yet controversial.
Oh God.
I was a huge fan of the Catwoman GameCube game back in whatever year I had it, and I played it on my holiday in Cornwall with my parents. Halle Berry's, maybe I just like Halle Berry, her Storm, her Catwoman. Was it her as Catwoman?
Yep, she was Catwoman.
She was Catwoman.
She was sexy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I played the video game on GameCube, and you had to kind of collect diamonds and crystals to upgrade your powers and stuff like that. I felt literally puss playing it, and
I didn't even know there was a Catwoman game. It's like tied into the movie. It's full on.
It's her.
are you googling it?
I did
Yeah,
Googled it right now. It has a on Metacritic a 47 out of 100 for the GameCube version.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
the complaints weren't about. It was about camera control and combat mechanics. So it's just like the game is clunky.
It was very janky, yeah. But it's a great way to spend an afternoon. She can run on all fours. I don't know if she can do that in the canon, but she could in the game.
She does. She crawl. I remember the big scene was when she crawls across the floor to drink milk out of a bowl.
Yeah, she does.
That there's sort of a bit of an awakening there for a lot of young men. This was 2004.
Mm.
Now, do you remember like her little like slinky like walk across the top of the building?
Oh, dude, I remember.
It was horrible.
Some of us maybe appreciated it a little differently than others. Let's put it that way.
I mean, no, I get it, Peter. You liked Halle Berry, okay? I get it.
I
You should watch her in
do. I do have a
Gothika.
deep attraction to Halle Berry.
She was better in Gothica. You should watch her in that.
I did appreciate she went to the Razzie Awards and accepted the
Yes.
prize for that movie. And
Yes.
it actually made me realize, like, she tried her best and the movie didn't come together. It's not her fault, but she gets blamed. So like
Yes,
a
it
lot of
is.
these bad movies, it's like, I bet they thought they were making a good movie and then just something went wrong.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be really hard because there's lots of movies that are really trash. And I'm like, the idea is good. And I bet the script read okay. And then you just look at it and it's shit. It just something didn't come together.
But you saw Catwoman, right?
Oh yeah. I
The
was,
script was trash.
yeah,
The
it was.
idea was worse.
So Catwoman as a concept, sexy lady stealing stuff, actually I think would be a really good idea. Is how much Batman is going to be in it and how much, like, there's all these other questions you actually have to answer first, which I don't think they bothered to do. Because I think Catwoman could be a really good movie. And I think you have to do her origin story, which is what they did. But then did she even interact with Batman in that film? I don't remember.
No, he wasn't in the movie at all.
That's
which
what I
was
mean.
Good, I thought.
Well, yeah, but it has to happen sooner. Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to start again from the base. Like just making her a cat burglar, that's okay. But did she? I forget why she thought she was a cat.
She found an amulet or something, and it was like some Egyptian cat shit, and
Yeah, that's dumb.
she actually had cat powers. Like
Because in the comic, she's just a lady who steals shit. She's a cat
Yeah.
burglar. Like I don't.
Oh, no power.
She has no powers. She's just like a really good cat burglar. I think.
Yeah. I think that's right too.
So then why didn't, to me, I was like, yeah, she doesn't need powers, or at least not yet. Maybe give her powers later after your movie's successful. But I mean, a movie about a cat burglar in the Batman universe, she steals from the Joker and then the Joker chases her, or she steals from the Penguin and he's got a vendetta against her. Like it's pretty easy to come up with something that would work fairly well.
Without licking milk out of a fucking saucer. And
The
like,
licking the milk out of the saucer was dumb.
Well,
she's-
that if there was a military thing where didn't have to fight if you're a cat, that would be the perfect way to prove you're a cat.
So now this is the problem that Jordan and I have had every episode we've done so far. We've ended up talking about furries.
I've heard.
You've just pulled us back to furries again. So furries would not have to do military service in this world that you've just created.
Oh, furries would be deemed like what's the word? Unstable, insane? Not insane, just mentally unfit. There we go.
Yeah. It's the same like the Turkish military. It's like a mental instability. But I was like, yeah, they could wear camouflage fursuits and they'd be hiding and it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. The first time you're fighting a war and the first time a blue dog comes over the hill, you'd be pretty messed up after that.
I'm gonna shoot immediately.
Really? I'd be putting my gun down, saying, "Hey, boy,
Come here.
Oh, so like a 7 foot tall blue dog person comes and you're gonna say, "Hey, okay, you're cool."
It's a brave man. He's a brave man. The video game was released July 23rd, 2004, and it was Halle Berry's voice. She did the video game. I kind of want to play the video game now, to be honest.
She had to say things like, perfect kick, and things like that. I don't know. It was it laid on thick all the cat business.
Yeah,
it would, wouldn't it?
I think that's where it went wrong, because she was Catwoman because she was a cat burglar, not because she had cat powers or anything. Like, yeah. I would be okay with her having her costume being relatively thematic, but you don't need any more than that.
This is what kind of bothered me about the new Spider-Man, because Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man had spider powers that came out of him, like the webbing and stuff, but the others, they used canisters and they kind of put their own, they kind of mixed it up in the lab and they fixed it before they went out. I'm thinking, well, who can't be a Spider-Man then? Because everyone can be a Spider-Man.
The point of the canisters supposedly is because Peter Parker was such a good science student. He made that, and so no one else knew the formula.
I'm sure somebody could have figured it out.
I think once they got some webbing, they could retro engineer that. But yeah, I mean, I'm okay with both, to be honest. I did like that if you're using the canisters, sometimes he would run out, and that gives him a problem he has to deal with. I actually enjoyed that.
I like that a lot.
In the movie, in the Tobey Maguire movie, when he had like a personal crisis and couldn't shoot webs, I'm like, oh, it's erectile dysfunction.
There it is.
So I was kind of okay with that as well. But I like as a real world problem, Spider-Man can run out of webs. I actually think that's like superheroes need weaknesses and faults and problems. That's a really realistic one to have, is like, I've essentially run out of ammunition. I have to do something else now.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, I can see your point.
So we're ending on... I'm right, so we're going to finish there.
Enter the mind of the academy. Chop my big chest, where the best is a philosophy. Drinking at lunch brings verbal skills like a sucker punch. Welcome to CMcB. 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 CMcB.